she made her first Sunday night appearance last year here. Last year she drove up from Dallas with her family. This year they explored, took a plane, got up here just to show Dr. Green she's here tonight. Youngest person ever to do the Sunday Night Funnies. I think, are you 10 now? Yeah, okay. Give it up for Zappy here, all right?
So my dad says I'm not pretty enough for pageants. So he makes me do comedy. Help me. So after my last show, a man came up to me and said, Saffron, you're such an inspiration. If a little 10-year-old girl can do comedy, then so can I. Not necessarily. There's a lot of things that I can do that you probably can't, you know? Like I can draw a cat, I can doggy paddle, and I can talk to little 10-year-old girls without violating parole. So I caught a glimpse of my dad's yearbook. Why in the 80s did they perm everything? I don't know what to do with my bangs, Molly. Perm it. Billy Ray, that's a sweet mullet. But it'd be even sweeter if you perm it. Hey, look, I have one of these Frank pets. Let's grow grass on it and perm it. Chia. So I told my best friend Harley that I believed in the Big Bang Theory, but she just said, well, then I believe you're going to hell. Instead, I'm 10 years old, and I already know what it's like to be a husband. So I just did what I was supposed to do, and just said, yes, dear. I guess it's time to get a job, go to work, get yelled at. The American dream. But I don't love her. It's just hard out for a single 10-year-old. But I am a female comic, so I am prepared to spend my life with no one to love. So once a year, the drug cop comes to our school, and there's always that one kid. Officer Stevens, my daddy smokes weed. Timmy, I've told you this before. Your trailer park is not inside my jurisdiction. Hey, but tell Frank I'm gonna be stopping by when I'm off duty. I hate it when my mom tries to talk to me about her dying. Daffy, when I die, I want to be cremated, and I want my ashes sprung over the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm 10, you know what I want? Ice cream. But how do you handle that sort of thing? I didn't know, so for Christmas, I just bought her an ashtray. But I do think when it does come time, mix a little bit of glitter in with her ashes. Hopefully it will help lift her spirits. So my cousin Chloe and I were taking a walk, and she said, hey look, Sappy, there's a half-empty can of beer. And I said, Chloe, there's one thing I've ever learned for taking long walks with my dad. That is not a half-full can of Bud Light. That's a half-empty can of hobo pee. We don't drink hobo pee. So I went to the supermarket with my mom yesterday, and there's an Asian food aisle. And that made me wonder, in Asia, is there an American food aisle? And if there is, what's in it? Hamburgers? High fructose corn syrup? Handguns? I really hate my school, you know. It's like a prison. My classroom, it stinks like a jail cell. My mean teacher acts like a prison guard. And the cafeteria ladies are like miserable old cafeteria ladies. You touch it, you take it. But I didn't even touch it. Stop talking back. Next. Rows after rows of children crying their lasagnas. And if this really was a prison, I would totally shank Jose. Jose, you're in the 5th grade and you sell your mom feeds you by hand. You little punk. I got top bunk. So, adopting a highway. That seems hard, you know. You gotta take care of it and clean it. And when it grows up, you have to tell it it's adopted. I'm sorry, 635. I'm not your real mom. You got taken away from your real mom because she had too many DUIs on her. That's right, she runs through Oklahoma. So I'm gonna leave you guys on this one. Now that gay people get married, I have a lot of questions. Like when lesbians get married, do they have 2 bridesmaids? Or 2 best men? A bridesman, maybe a schman? And before the wedding, do they both cook to the same bachelorette party? And after the wedding, do they go on their honeymoon or do they just go straight to the SPCA and pick out their new family? Thank you, I'm Saffron Herndon.
Do you guys know about the high five? Did he talk about the high five? Do the high five, everybody. If you don't know what the high five is, you can text money, $5 goes to Gilda's Club of Grand Rapids, right? That's fantastic. Do that. I'm encouraging, yeah, clap for that. That's awesome. Do that. Do it. Why not do it? I'm letting you know, I did it 10 times myself today. Yeah, 10 times myself today. That's fantastic. I'm better than all of you, is essentially what I'm saying. Yeah. Wasn't on my phone, but I did it 10 times today. So just grab a fucking phone and be generous, everybody. That's awesome. Money stays right here in town. This is awesome. You're looking good, man. Awesome. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out. This is good. We all got weird habits, everybody. We got weird habits. I'm going to admit to mine, everybody. My weird habit is I love peeing in my backyard. Yeah, that's my weird habit. I love it. I love it. My neighbors don't like it. I think mostly because I live on the 4th floor, everybody. I think they don't like that. Man, you guys are good. I like you guys a whole lot. I like you guys. A stupid individual, everybody. I'm dumb. I'm trying to get smarter. I'm trying to get smarter. I read the New York Times this morning, the Sunday paper, read a couple articles. The first article said, you need to plan on having your savings last as long as you do. Yeah. Apparently I should have died 4 years ago, everybody. That's what should have happened. I don't have any money. I'm dirt poor. I got nothing. That's sad. The other one said, what lies beneath obsessive hoarding? I think we all know the answer to that is dead cats, everybody. Dead cats underneath all those garbage. You've seen those shows. Those people are crazy. High five. 20222 Gilda's Club of Grand Rapids. That is fantastic. You're good people. You're good people. I'm an honest guy. I had to tell my girlfriend, I had to tell her, I said, you know, hey honey, I cheated on you with your mom. And she's like, what are you talking about? My mom's dead and her ashes are on the mantelpiece. And I said, yeah, I know. I'll wait for it. That was a fucking great joke, everybody. That was an awesome joke. I put my penis in ashes. That guy in the mirror is hot. That guy in the mirror is hot. Fantastic. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm just kind of rambling, trying to tell you good stuff. I'm going to get drunk, everybody, when I'm done telling jokes. That's how I roll. I'm going to get drunk. Do some drunk texting. Thank you, Brian Meter. Brian Meter's awesome. You guys ever do drunk texting? Yeah, you do. You do. I drunk texted my ex-girlfriend last night. Yeah, I did that. I said, oh, screw you, bitch. But I did it on the microwave, everybody. I was like, oh, my God. I burned the hell out of my Hot Pocket, everybody. You know what I do. Hot Pocket, yeah! I think this guy is stealing other comics' jokes. Yeah, I am. He's much better than me. He's not coming to this shithole. He's going to be here Friday, the Grand Rapids Ford Fieldhouse. Go see him. That's Jim Gaffigan. That's who I'm stealing jokes from. You're looking good, sir. Thanks for coming out. Nice hat. That's beautiful. All right. All sorts of weird text too. Weird acronyms when you're texting, right? Like there's OMG and GFY and LOL and all that. I don't know. I'm 40 years old. I can't keep up with all that nonsense. Yeah. So I just came up with one of my own, everybody. Yeah. Elemental P. Yeah. It stands for lick my nuts or penis. Settle, everybody. Or lick my nips or pussy for the ladies. Whatever, do it, man. She's doing it later tonight, Elemental P. I don't give a shit. Give me your phone and text in 20222. I just want you guys to remember that when you're going through a police sobriety checkpoint, they want you to do the alphabet. Elemental P, officer. Elemental P. It's a hilarious joke. Hilarious joke. Thank you for taking pictures. You're good. You're a good crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, I have very good peripheral vision. That means I see well out of the sides of my eyeballs. I see well out of the sides of my eyeballs. And you might think that's a good thing. Yeah, probably is, unless you're standing at a urinal, everybody. Then it's not so cool. Because like, God, that's gross. And I can't close my eyes because then I'm some weirdo in the bathroom with my dick in my hand making grunting noises. Because it burns when I pee, everybody. It burns when I pee. I'm old, everybody. I am old. Have you guys enjoyed anything I have said tonight at all? You've enjoyed some of this nonsense? Fantastic. I hope you guys have enjoyed some of my nonsense. Because what I have, guys, I have a t-shirt for sale. And all the proceeds are going to go to Gilda's Club. If you want to buy a t-shirt, you can get your own Elemental P t-shirt, everybody. What do you think of that? Wear it around town, wear it to school, wear it to church. Definitely wear it to church, thank you very much, sir. You want to do that. Wear it to church. That's awesome. If you want one, it's $20. I got small through XXX with the fat fucks in here. You guys are funny. So if you want one, fantastic. I'll be out there somewhere. If you don't want one, that's fine too. Just Elemental P. Remember that. That is fantastic. So looking good.
Comedy is not my full-time paying profession. Shocking, huh? What I do, not gag, is Ann Arbor police officer. All right, few fans, yeah. And I mentioned I'm from Pakistan, so whatever you think of my act, chances are I gotta be the only Pakistani police officer doing stand-up comedy in Grand Rapids. Got that going for me, yeah. Who looks like Johnny Mathis. All right, some of you know who Johnny Mathis is. Young people will have to Google him. But it's funny, I often don't mention that I'm a police officer at a comedy club because it seems like half the crowd has just smoked marijuana. Well, it might be more than half, huh? Anybody want to admit it? But not a big deal in Ann Arbor, right? Anybody know what the fine is? Oh, you must have paid it, huh? No? You got a warrant then? Actually, you're absolutely right. It's a $25 fine if you have marijuana in Ann Arbor. What's really funny there, though, is if you have cigarettes, possession of tobacco for someone under age 18 is a $100 fine. So we get these teenagers with cigarettes, but they're pleading with us. It's marijuana. Just to save $75. I'll do the math. I'm from Pakistan. And of course, anytime you take enforcement action, people always think it's because of their race or ethnicity. It's like the other day I pulled over this gentleman. Before I could get his license and registration, he started screaming at me that the only reason I'm stopping him is because he's Mexican. That was so unfair. He wouldn't even listen. This honest to the truth, I had no idea he was Mexican. Only reason I stopped him, I thought he was black. Oh, come on, Grand Rapids. That was not the only reason. He was with a white woman. Oh, lighten up. Actually, I think of taking that out. I don't want to offend anyone, but I think we're too politically correct, don't you? say have fun wasn't easy when I started. I'm not sure how the veteran officers did it, but they rewired my siren. So whenever I go pull somebody over, instead of usual police whistle sound, it would go. Took me 2 weeks to learn to do that. Think it comes natural? It does not. I had to go to Dearborn. Oh, you've been to Dearborn, huh? Actually, one of the more fun things we did was whenever we pulled over or tried to arrest prostitutes, because you got to flirt with them and stuff. But I remember there was one, she had a really short miniskirt on, she was wearing crotchless panties. And she's like, hey, officer, you want some of this? Of course, I was professional. I said, no, I don't. She got offended. She's like, why, are you gay or something? I said, no, I just don't want any of that. I mean, look what it did to your panties. Besides, I could see her balls. I think she was from Ferndale. Or Ann Arbor. All right, I'm kidding, I banged her. All right, I gotta get out of here. I don't know if I do this, but you guys are so good supporting live comedy and stuff. People learn police officer, they always want to know, is there any way to defeat a breathalyzer test? Would you like to know? Yeah. Well, you gotta be more enthusiastic. You wanna know? All right, well, what they're doing is they're looking for what's called the avuncular air. That's the true thing, it's the air deep in your lungs. So if you do not want it to register on the instrument, what's amazing, go ahead and take a deep breath, but then right before you blow out, that's amazing how quiet you guys are. You're listening like I'm about to tell you. If I knew, would I be in a free show? Huh? That's my time, I'm Coram Sheik. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I think this is interesting. I think it's interesting how some guys whistle at pretty girls, and those girls carry whistles because of those guys. Very interesting. I'm not in a band. But if I was, I think I'd name it, Have You Seen This Child? I just feel like with a name like that, people are more prone to accept your flyers. Hey, excuse me, ma'am, have you seen this child? We're pretty good. I have a charity myself, if you guys are interested. We collect can openers for the homeless. We pick up where the other charities leave off. You can find us online at ican'topenthисwithmyteeth.org. The statistics are crazy. Exactly 0% of homeless people have a kitchen drawer. So, if a grandfather clock was really a grandfather clock, every hour on the hour it would say something vaguely racist. That's what mine does. So. I wear a lot of flannel because I'm pretty butch for a lady. I do though, I wear a lot of flannel. My friend was like, Brad, the 90s called, and I said, I know, they don't text. Guys are fun. If you draw a baby on an Etch-a-Sketch, then can you shake it? You should never have sex at Olive Garden. When you're there, you're family. You never know you're gonna meet. You never know you're gonna meet. Like the other day, I saw an old man standing alone in the park, and I asked him what he was doing. And it turns out, in the early 60s, he was abandoned during a game of freeze tag. So I touched him, I said, "You're unfrozen." And he died immediately. Someone's groaning like that was a real guy. I've never heard of fiction. I have a girlfriend and she comes to a lot of these shows and I write a lot of weird jokes. So she challenged me to write a joke about owls wearing pants. And I thought of one, so I'm going to do the joke. Can you imagine if owls wore pants? Who? More like, what? Some of you think that's funny. Some of you think that's stupid. Some of you thinking that guy has a girlfriend? Owls are like my favorite animal. Owls are the only creature that can lock eyes while doing it doggy style. Are we all picturing it? It's a mess. I think the thing we can all take away from the Lincoln assassination is if you wear a top hat to a theater, the people behind you will lose their shit. Whenever someone farts, they always say, "Excuse me," but they never actually walk away. After you fart, you might as well say, "Hope that's cool with you." I may or may not be speaking from experience, but sleepwalking and morning wood is the best combination for ruining Christmas. I saw a new Superman movie this summer. Saw a Superman movie, and in the movie they had Superman as a little boy running around the yard in a cape. Who is he pretending to be? That's kind of arrogant if you think about it. Like, Clark, who do you want to be when you grow up? Probably me. Dragons breathe fire. It'd be fun watching one try to cool down soup. I did that joke at a show one time, and this guy came up to me afterward and he said, "That joke you do about dragons?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "If fire doesn't burn a dragon's mouth, why would soup?" I said, "That's funny, I'm going to use that." All right, I'm Brad Wenzel. Thank you so much.
My father's a trip, man. He makes you do some crazy shit. Like I recently had a gay moment. Anybody have a gay moment in this? I had a gay moment. I was out to dinner with my father. We went to a white restaurant. The reason I say it was a white restaurant because they give you 2 forks and a knife. Not at our restaurants, you get 1 fork, 1 knife, plastic, and a napkin. You know it. That's right. I ordered the sweet potato. He ordered the loaded potato. We're eating our food. He's like, "How's that sweet potato?" I'm like, "This damn thing's delicious." He said, "Let me try it." So I grabbed the extra fork, scoop some out, hand him the fork. What does he do? Opens his mouth. And then here goes my gay ass. I just fucking fed him. I think I might have opened my mouth when I was feeding him, like, right as soon as the fork hit his mouth, there goes goes the damn server. He's like, oh. I'm like, hold up, bro, this is my father. He says I live in a trailer park. My family's crazy as fuck. I got a sister, man. She's a big girl, man. She's not little. She's like, I don't know, she's about my height, 212 pounds. Husband, Cuban, black, 100 pounds, wet. I hate seeing it. I hate seeing it. Like, you know, you have a family function. There's limited seating. You sit down, your girl sits on your lap. Not these motherfuckers. She sits down, he sits on her lap. I'm like, look at this shit here. In here looking like a ventriloquist act. I'm like, hey, whenever, do me a favor, why don't you stick your hand up his ass and make him talk? Better yet, make him say something in English. He's trying, though. He's trying. The other day I called over there. I'm like, hello. Is my sister there? Yeah, man, she here. I'm like, oh, shit, you speaking English? He's like, yeah, man, we speaking English now. I'm like, oh, yeah? He's like, yeah, man. Like, so you want to suck my dick? He's like, yeah, man. Like, you don't know no motherfucking English.
The one thing they'll never give us the ability to go back in time, not even for 30 seconds, man, we messing stuff up. Like, women, y'all would do thought-provoking stuff. Like, women will put time into it. Like, women will go back in time, but like, hey, Dr. King, duck. He'd be like, oh shit, and then bam, he hits the ground, changes the world forever. Guys, we wouldn't be doing that. We'd be going back in time, stopping ourselves from fucking our baby mamas, you know what I'm saying? No! Bro, don't do it. Junior, the dumbest kid in class. She gonna put you on child support, you'll be eating spaghetti forever, bro. Don't do it. Who are you? Just don't do it. I pop up back in present day with a blue velvet blazer on, like, oh, this is nice. And it came up. Oh man, like my daddy had that ability right now. This microphone will fucking drop. Why y'all laughing so damn hard? Like people don't pop up missing around the audience. Shut up. Laughing too damn hard, man. Where my single people at? Y'all out here single people? That's right, man. Everybody out here just fucking. That's what we do nowadays. That's what we do, man. Like I miss the dating game, man. Because I'm not single no more, but I miss the dating game, man. Because I used to date them all, man. I didn't have no discrimination at all. I could date them from small to big. But I got a special affection for my big girls. You know what I'm saying? No curvy girls. But I think big girls has a special selfish reasons. You know what I'm saying? Because as a big man myself, ain't nothing better than making love to a curvy woman. She just bring you a new recipe. She just try out and shit. I'm like, damn, baby, you infuse bacon and basil into this grilled cheese sandwich? Shit is delicious. Yeah, that's the BB King. Damn, shout out to BB, bacon and basil. Okay, man, I see what you did there. You date your real big girl, she'll be like, dip it in the ranch. You be like, I took that sound to the next level, baby. As a comedian, I'll be talking too much shit, man. You gotta be careful when you got people fixing your food and shit, you know what I'm saying? I made her one sandwich, you know, she made me one sandwich, and like, I woke up the next day, I was like, spread out in bed, butt naked, and I called her, and I was like, hey, what the fuck did you feed me? She was like, that was the Bill Cosby. I was like, all right, then, I'm gonna quit talking so much shit till, why is my ass moist? I got other questions. We need to discuss. But you know, I mean, like now, like I'm losing weight now. I've been in the gym, man, trying to get my life together.
That's right.
You know, y'all supposed to clap for me. Y'all supposed to care. Y'all supposed to care. I'll take it. That's fake, man. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it. You know. But like, you know, when you losing weight, man, everybody always like to come up to say to you, like, "Oh my God, are you losing weight? You look awesome." It's like, bitch, that's not a compliment. That's not a compliment. Some of y'all are like, yeah, you do compliment. I mean, it's a good thing. Look here, there ain't no other subject you can tell somebody that because they're less of it, they're a better person. Like, you can't find somebody ugly and then she come to work and say, like, damn, Becky, did you put on makeup today, bitch? Yes, you was fucked up. You was was toe up. Hey, Becky, come over and look at her. Look at her. She done put on her face. Look at her. You doing good, girl. Keep it going. You can't do that. Nothing else but fat, man.
I see a few of you are reaching for your phone, so go ahead and stop you. I am not the gay ginger from Modern Family. So what's happening up here? I know, every time I tell that too, I always hear at least a couple ladies in the back that are like, ha ha, aww. I am single as well, so like I said, I'm trying to learn about relationships, and the epiphany I had recently was that I'll go out and find myself one of those ginger girlfriends, right? Some of you know about what happens when you put people with the same handicap together, don't you? It's not good, you guys. I thought it would be good because we would build on the relationship. No. We're about 3 dates into it. We're at my house, just chilling on the couch. Things are going well. We're kind of making out, right? And she stops and she goes, hey, do you have any protection? I'm like, yeah. It's in the bedroom, right? So she leaves for a second, and I get prepared, because it is a process at this point, I'm not gonna lie. She comes back in, and this poor girl, she has a bottle of SPF 15 lotion in her hand. Now, I'm trying not to be mean, right? I don't want ginger on ginger hate crime to happen here, so I look at it for a second, and as nicely, I'm like, really, SPF 15? Really? What are you thinking? You know there's a full moon tonight, we're gonna need the 35. Get your shit together and try again. But I'll leave you with this, you guys, and you've been a great crowd. Thank you for supporting this show and all the LaughFest stuff. I mean, really, you guys are amazing. Look at all the people in here raising money, making us feel slightly less suicidal. Here's the thing though, guys, the thing about gingers and lotion, it's a very severe relationship. The only way I can really try to make you understand is, everybody here probably is familiar with the movie Silence of the Lambs, right? Yeah. It's a creepy, scary movie. Yeah, it's a good one. All you gotta do is change one thing in that movie, it's not scary at all. You make him kidnap a ginger, that movie loses every bit of horror. Because just imagine the scene, he comes in, kicks in the door, they're down there in the little dark rooms, like, it puts the lotion on its skin. You're goddamn right it does. Yeah! This is the best resort I've ever been to. Hey, I couldn't help but notice on the way in, are you building a skin suit? Is that what this is all about? Really? Well, I'll tell you what, if you want to just pull those blinds back for 6 hours, I'll peel one off in one piece for you. You can just step right into that motherfucker.
Blind people are inspiring, aren't they? Right? Before we offend anybody, blind people, that guy, he's got his shit down. There are blind instructions. There are braille instructions on everything. If you go to the changing room, if you go to the bathroom right now, there are changing tables for your baby, and there are instructions in braille. Okay, we don't get that quite yet. There are instructions in braille on how to change a baby in the public restroom. We got it. Is the blind guy the best option for this? Let's assume we have asked everybody else. How does a blind guy know when he's done wiping a baby? Right? It's all about the finger. Right? And what kind of motivational tome is written in braille on this table? So, you need to change your seeing eye, baby. And seriously, I'm surprised all these instructions aren't smeared with shit. Have you seen that? Okay, so I'm not a father. There is no little Jimmy. Can you tell? You ever seen a dick tattoo? Yeah. No? Seriously, like, it's 2015, you have an internet connection, and now you have a healthy curiosity about what dicks with pictures on them look like.
Don't want to.
It's a lot of fun.
I don't want to.
Why not?
Why?
Why?
Right.
Tell you what, let me tell you a little story.
It's a good time.
It's a great time. If I got a dick pic, if I got a dick tattoo, a picture on my dick, I'd get a picture of another dick.
Why?
Why? Just to add another layer to my dick pics. That's a dick pic of a dick pic dick. That's not weird. That's not too much. That's a scandal that would make the papers. They'd be warning you not to answer any emails from me. Don't click that pic of the dick pic dick. Not from that dick. Except it would be in the Grand Rapids Press and it'd be like, not pictured is the pic of the dick pic of the dick pictured dick. Right? God, can you imagine this? I'm talking dick pics and this dipshit chick in the front is nitpicking. What kind of nitpicks dick pics? That's not too much. Okay. You don't nitpick dick pics. You get the dick pics that you get. I'm sorry? No high fives for that. No. No, I'm trying to do a bit where there's a dick pic that gets 1 million clicks because it doesn't have a dick in it. But how many clicks does a dick pic get if a dick pic doesn't have dick? But except I got this dipshit nitwit nitpicker in the front row. Don't.
I've got a neurological disorder. It causes me to have muscle spasms all over my body, in my face, in my neck, my back. And yes, I know what you're gonna ask me. It happens every time, also in my vagina. Yeah, that's right. It's like involuntary Kegel exercises. Ladies, you do your Kegels out there? We do our Kegels. You gotta keep those muscles healthy, you know? And now it's just one less thing I gotta think about. It's real good. Got a vagina like a vice grip in there. It's good times. Yeah. So, when you're disabled, people, they ask you a lot of very intrusive questions sometimes. The other day, someone come up to me and they're like, hey, can you have sex? And I was like, yeah, it's just gonna cost more. This is a specialty. Yeah. So I'm married. I've been married for 13 years. I wasn't disabled when we got married, so we're taking this in sickness and in health thing really seriously. For richer, for poorer is to be determined still. He doesn't have a lot of complaints, you know, but he does have one major complaint. He says, when you are banging someone with a permanent fuck face, it's kind of hard to tell if they're having a good time or not. So I have to reassure him, you know? I'm like, baby, no, it's good, it's good. It's just like it was before. I'm still faking it. Yeah. So, do you guys ever think about what would happen if there wasn't actually a zombie apocalypse? I think about that a lot. I know what's going to happen to me. I'm going to die. Someone is going to see me walking along. You guys saw me walk up here. And they're going to shoot me in the head because they're going to think I'm a zombie. Or the zombies are going to get me because I am fucking slow. It's just going to happen. So I thought, you know, maybe I need a big, strong guy to protect me. So I asked my brother. He's a military veteran, big, tough guy. I was like, buddy, you can take care of me, right? He's like, hell no, I'm going to put you down. You're going to slow me up. That's the kind of loving family I have. It's wonderful. So I've had brain surgery, you guys, 2 times. 2 times, and they still haven't fucking fixed me. And I still had to pay for it. It's really shitty. But when you have brain surgery, a lot of stuff goes on in the hospital. And I remember very specifically this one time, this woman comes in and she's real peppy. She's like, Megan, we're gonna do some tests now. And I was like, whatever, okay. She's like, okay, I want you to subtract by 7, starting at 100. I was like, are you shitting me right now? You want me to do math 12 hours after I had brain surgery? I gotta do math before I had brain surgery, but hey, I'll give it a shot. So I was like, all right, 100 minus 7, 83, 36. She's like, okay, you can stop now, it's okay. She's like, let's do some words. And this is a true story, you guys, true story. Let's do some words. I want you to name everything you can think of that starts with the letter F. Really? Here we go. Fuck, fucking, fucker, fuckery, fucktastic, fuck socks, fish. She said I was more of a words person. So, yeah. Oh, man. You know, I haven't always been disabled, but I've learned a lot since I've been disabled, and the number one thing I have learned is that no matter where I go or what I do, I am a fucking inspiration. I am so She is so brave. How special. Let me tell you how inspiring I really am, you guys. The last 4 days, I didn't shower. I took a lot of fucking drugs. And I binge watched like 3 series on Netflix. It's just amazing. I am something to aspire to. I'm living the life, you guys. Living the life. Yeah. But I'm living my life. I love to do karaoke. You saw me up here, some of you. I was out a few weeks ago doing karaoke. I was up on stage and I was doing my thing and I was all like, and I will always love you. Yeah. Right? I'm a fucking inspiration. I am a shoo-in for something like The Voice or America's Got Talent. They love a cripple story. They love it. Anyway, I'm up there doing my thing, and this guy comes up on the stage, and he comes up and he puts his head on my shoulder, and he's waving his hand in the air like he just doesn't care. And I'm like, I am an inspiration. I'm starting to believe it, you guys. I'm so inspiring. And then later I found out he was just trying to faith heal me. Man, religious people, they love a cripple, man. They love us. They're always coming up to me and they're like, oh, Jesus loves you. God has a plan for you. And I was like, really? Jesus loves me? I heard that's a stairway to heaven and I'm gonna have a hell of a time getting up there now. And God has a plan for me? Before I was disabled, I was a respiratory therapist. I saved people's lives, you guys. Children's lives. I worked at the DeVos Children's Hospital. I did. And now I can't do it. So instead, I'm standing on stage talking about my spasming vagina. So I think God must be really proud. He's like, yep, good job, lady. Oh, man. So you see my mobility device here. I use a cane, but sometimes I need to use a wheelchair. And there's a common misconception about wheelchair users. Not everyone is paralyzed. As you can see, I can use my legs, but sometimes I need to sit down. So I was at the store the other day, and I was in the liquor aisle. I was in my chair, and I'm looking for some vodka. And I don't see any right in front of me. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, I don't see any. So I stand up, and I look up at the top shelf, and I hear this woman behind me, and she's like, praise Jesus, it's a miracle! And I turned around, and I looked at her, and I was like, oh, shit! I thought they're out of vodka. Man. Oh, yeah, being disabled, it's good times. People always have a lot of questions. And especially when you don't see someone for a while, when you weren't disabled and now you are. And so I was at a family gathering, and there was a lot of family I hadn't seen in quite some time. And my teenage cousin, she comes up to me and she's like, oh, Megs, what happened? Tell me what happened. So I had to tell her the truth, you guys. I had to look her straight in her sweet little face. And I was like, well, this is what happens when you suck a lot of dick in high school. It's true. Well, guys, that is all I've got for you tonight. Thank you so much for coming on, supporting LaughFest and Gilda's Club. Have a really good time up here. Thank you, Brian.
Oh, they'll never let me into the Ann Arbor Starbucks again. No, really, the lady asked me how I like my coffee. I said, like my women with a mouthful of cream. Virgin Airlines. What kind of a name is that for an airline? Virgin. Don't you know the airline you fly to have a lot of experience? I'd rather fly slut. Welcome to Ho Airline. We've been around the block. There's a deli counter in my neighborhood that sells a German meat product called Autobahn Ham. Autobahn Ham, isn't that German for roadkill? Would you eat I-96 bologna? I think not. I ran into a gay friend of mine the other day. His face was all beat up, black and blue. I said, what the hell happened? He says, I'll give you a tip. Don't have sex with a gay gypsy unless you want to be teabagged with his crystal balls. So just to shift a little bit, On Tuesday last, the Prime Minister of Israel lectured to our Congress on foreign policy, on our foreign policy, our Middle East policy. Isn't that like a college lecture on dating ethics given by Bill Cosby? And in April, Rand Paul is going to announce for the president, supported by his dad, Ron Paul, and his brother, Ru Paul. Yeah, who promised not to be a drag on the campaign. So, there's a professional basketball player who plays, I believe, in Europe named Dijon Thompson. Now, aside from being named after a French condiment, picture his poor coach. Dijon, I don't relish telling you this, but you're not cutting the mustard. I hope this doesn't sound chilly, but you're just hot dogging it out there. You're not hustling your buns. Now, you're smart, you know your onions, but now you're going to have to play catch up. There is an iPhone app now for Catholics to say confession if it's true. And it's true. The church doesn't like it, but it's very convenient because now you can confess your sins without leaving the hotel room where you just committed. And maybe about to commit one again. My adult daughter friended me on Facebook, and the first thing she posted, she needed 10,000 gallons of fertilizer. I said, what the hell? She lives in an apartment in downtown Chicago. Then it hit me, fertilizer bombs. I said, I called her up, hi honey, is everything okay? Husband, job? Are you a terrorist? And that's how I learned about Farmville. There's a recent medical study that shows that men who masturbated frequently in their 20s have a much lower risk of prostate cancer in their 50s. That's true. So young gentlemen, if your doctor asks you how frequently you jerk off, don't be offended, because the future of your health is in your hand. Yeah, and while we're on that subject, one of the most embarrassing things that can happen to a man is the telltale piece of dried up tissue paper that sticks to his penis. There's laughing right there. Oh, how'd that happen? Yeah, because anyone who sees it knows exactly how it got there. A man will just turn his head and keep talking. A woman's going to say something smart, like, cut yourself shaving, did you? When the patent on a profitable drug is about to expire, the maker often reformulates it, gives it a different name, and gets a new patent. So I think soon you'll see these commercials. The new cheese-flavored antidepressant, Gorgonzoloft. Sprinkle it on your salad. Enjoy it with a fine wine and crackers. It's the I'm Not Blue cheese. And we've just added ecstasy to our popular erection drug. Ask your doctor about Cialis in Wonderland. There's a commercial. This is a real commercial, though. Have you heard about Premarin? Have you seen the commercials? It's a drug it's a drug for treating painful intercourse in women who are dry due to menopause. And they have a lot of pretty middle-aged women smiling at the camera, and I'm thinking they're smiling because they haven't heard about the side effects. You know, they're terrible. I call them the 5 Ds. Is disease, disability, deafness, dementia, and death. That's a lot of risk for a woman to take on for something that she could solve just the way my girlfriend and I do. She should put a Jiffy Lube in the bedroom. Sure. That's the way. And then she could sing this jingle. If you feel flirty, but doing the dirty makes you feel hurty, lube up like a pro with 10W30. Have you all seen Back to the future? Marty! You're coming back? Marty! Thank you very much.